You're so...
You guys get it? You didn't get it, right?
That wasn't a good clap.
Yeah, try it again. Welcome to Moviefone's Unscripted. I'm Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm here with Michelle Monaghan to talk about our new movie, Source Code. We're going to ask each other some questions that you've submitted, as well as some that are unscripted. So I'll go first. From Ida in Cologne, Germany. What would you do if you knew you had less than 8 minutes to live?
Well, that's pretty easy. I mean, I would be with all of my family, I guess. And hopefully we'd tell some jokes. And I hope there'd be like a lot of laughter and a few tears in the room. Lots of hugging. In most movies, you try to do your own stunts. What was the craziest thing that happened while filming a stunt for this movie?
There were two things. I think, my character has a pretty strange brawl with a character he thinks might be the bomber in this movie. Mm-hmm. And Duncan, our director, really wanted it not to be choreographed in any way. He wanted it to feel wild and a bit clumsy.
Mm-hmm. It was, by the way.
It was.
It was scary to watch, actually. I thought at any moment one of you guys would get really hurt.
I was working with an amazing actor, neither of us being stuntmen, and there was one moment that got a little hairy where it always, whenever there's a camera around, I definitely almost, gouged my head with the camera at one point. That was specific. But then another thing that was that we jump off the train. There's a really cool sequence where my character decides to jump off the train, and I was like, I can do this, like jumping off stuff. I'm cool. And I injured my shoulder for the entire shoot after that.
Did you do that? Did you end up doing that?
Yeah, but we got it in the first take, which was pretty cool.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Michelle, we got an unscripted question here. What was it like having to every time we enter, my character enters the source code, which is the train and the situation. He has 8 minutes to figure out, what's going on.
Yes.
What was it like having to do essentially the same scene, at least at the beginning, over and over and over again?
Well,
and how did you
initially it was really daunting, but at the same time, that's kind of what intrigued me most about this film is, from an actor's point of view, what can you do as an actor creatively that makes the scene different, unique, and still as engaging. And you were so great at that. I mean, we were constantly trying to find like subtle things, whether it was just the tone that we used, our voices, or changing our bodies and things like that. But
changing our bodies.
Well, just the body language.
How would we do that?
We didn't quite morph into anything.
We almost did.
But
I
you did. Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away from the movie.
Your muscles could not get any bigger. No, I noticed that you had an earbud in your ear. Like a little earpiece while we were shooting the film, and I was curious as to what was going on in that earpiece and why. I thought at first that maybe you couldn't remember your lines.
Unscripted question. Actually, yes, Duncan and I decided at the beginning of the movie that I would try and be as disoriented throughout as much of the movie as possible. So we came up with this idea that I would wear one of those earbuds in my ear that you can talk to me through, or that you wouldn't be able to see, obviously,
right?
Or play music, and so Duncan would put on music in my ear in the middle of a scene, so that my disorientation and confusion was actually real, so that I couldn't really completely pay attention to things you were saying to me, or or observe what was going on around me, and particularly in close-ups and things that we did, it really helped, because it's very hard to listen in one ear and then pay attention to somebody talking.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That I was listening to very strange selection of music by Duncan Jones, random tracks, and then occasionally just static fuzz that he would decide. But it was like that
would have been very annoying.
It's kind of like a roulette. He just threw things at me.
That's cool. That's a great technique.
If you could take a train ride across the country with any 5 people, whom would you choose?
Oh my God! I mean, easily my husband. Easily, you'd be in the trunk, darling. No,
wow.
teasing.
See, now you can tell what it was like to work with Michelle Monaghan. Just throws you in the trunk.
No, easily. I mean, just, my husband, my best friend, Mark. I mean, easily just my friends.
Any 5 people in the world, really? Like, you wouldn't pick anybody who's like...
I really would, because I wouldn't want to risk anybody else's, like, sense of humor, because those are the people that have the best sense of humor.
That's just a train ride. She just asked if you take a train ride. It's not like you have 8 minutes to live.
Oh, a train ride. Christian.
Sorry, Effie.
Sorry, Effie. Christian Amanpour, probably...
Times 5.
Oprah, Meryl Streep.
Wow. You got quite a train going on.
Sorry, I do have quite a train going on. And my husband still, and my best friend Marky. Yeah. Maggie wants to know. She hears you're a great cook and a foodie. And what meal would you cook to impress a girl on the first date?
I don't know if I would necessarily know what I would eat, but I would go to probably try and find a farmer's market or a place where there was food that was grown nearby. Mm-hmm. Being around food that's been grown right in front of you and grabbing it out of a garden yourself is probably even more of an experience of eating than the eating itself. I don't have a dish that I would cook. I would just love to be outside in a garden. And then
wow, I think you'd get a second date.
That would be a nice thing. But that's, I care a lot about that. That's what I would do. And then cook whatever's there, whatever's fresh, whatever's good. Nice. Figure it out. Got to improvise.
That's right. Thank you to Jake and to Moviefone for having us. Thanks to all of you for watching and sending in your questions. Please see our movie source code. I'm actually doing that right now.
Are you?
I'm not really listening.
What?